Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. To my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Jamie Foxx is calling out Diddy today, y'all. Boy, oh boy. Here we go. Another one that was hanging around Diddy. Now he want to talk about him. Okay. My understanding, did you all not hear a while ago that Jamie Foxx was recording at some of the Diddy parties? Did y'all not hear the same thing, that Jamie Foxx was at the basketball when the party, when they had the little the guys, all guys basketball game, and they were gambling for taking your clothes off, take your clothes off poker and stuff like that, but they were playing take your clothes off basketball. If they miss, they have to take out something. My understanding, Jamie Foxx was there too. So how in the world is he gonna call out Diddy when you were at those parties recording and everything else? I'm just saying, y'all. Okay. Now Jamie Foxx is coming out doing shows, calling Diddy nasty mother effers. This is what he said out his own mouth, y'all. He is coming out trolling Diddy right now, y'all. Talking about him like a dog. Diddy has been blasted as nasty by Jamie Foxx while performing a stand-up comedy routine at the comedy club in Los Angeles. Now you want to say something? Are you serious, Jamie? And you've been in them parties, and you've been to more than one of Diddy parties. So if he was nasty, then you didn't mind being in the midst of nastiness. Why is he nasty now, but he wasn't nasty when you was going to the parties? Okay, not only was you going to the parties, but you were the cameraman sitting back watching people do what they were doing. You were recording. Word on street. Okay, and you said this out your own mouth. In audio of the performance, Foxx can be heard saying that Diddy, P Diddy that is, Shitka is crazy, huh? This is what he says to the audience. He continued by saying, I don't know if he's going to jail, but he's a nasty mother effer. Am I right? This is what he asked the audience, y'all. Now, I'm going to ask y'all, am I right? If he was somebody that was around Diddy, that went to more than one Diddy party, okay? If he was recording the nastiness that was going on, that don't make him nasty too, y'all. Because I'm going to tell y'all this. If somebody threw a party, and you went and you found out that they were doing the nastiest of the nastiest, would you want to grab a camera and record? Would you want to come back to another party if you saw what they were doing? Would you even want to be in Diddy's house if you were a straight man? I'm just asking y'all. If you were a straight man, could somebody invite you to a house party where they have a basketball court in the inside and men are playing for taking off? Now, if it was women and you're a straight man, I can see them sitting back, getting their little rocks off, saying, ooh, yeah, this is just like adult entertainment. With women running around with a ball and they miss and take off something and they get to seeing stuff bouncing around. But would you, as a straight man, want to go to a party with all men there playing basketball and playing for take off a sock if you miss, take off a shoe if you miss, take off your boxers if you miss? I'm just saying, y'all, would you as a straight man want to be around something like that? Because Jamie Foxx was there too, and I don't understand why he want to sit back and act as if he's holier than thou and he wasn't a part of this inner circle. The same as, what's his name? Denzel done ran and got dipped. He baptized. Now he's then got dipped, and now he just cleaned his hands of Diddy. But do y'all remember when that little altercation or whatever took place at that Diddy party, and Denzel Washington left out of there early, and they said that he said that Diddy don't respect people and all of this stuff, and he left the party early and he was mad? Well, after that incident, he was still seen in pictures hanging out with Diddy after that night. So how could you say that P Diddy disgusts you but you turn around and still hanging out with him the next day or the day after. How do you do that? This is the same way I feel about Jamie Foxx, y'all. We all heard the stories. Even he said somebody gave him something. He needed something because he had a headache or something like that. Somebody gave him something and it almost took him out. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The time that Jamie got sick, it was during the time that things had kind of, was slacking as far as his career. It wasn't a lot of stuff going on with his career. But as soon as he got sick and almost lost his life, allegedly, okay, y'all, and all of the rumors that was going around and the daughters and the this and that running back to the hospitals and the this and that and this, everything that came out. And then he popped out and acting like ain't nothing was wrong with him. But he went from, he might not, be able to walk. He might not be able to use his right side. He had to have special this and that. And went in there for a little short amount of time and came out with everything functioning and all of that. Nothing wrong with him. I always thought afterwards that was a front. He had so many movies coming out during that time. So I was just wondering, like, will he do something this dumb just to keep his career going? Because they do come out with certain things to make their career. They act like they fake beefing. They act like something going on in their life or something like that, so that to get their name back out there, so that people will support them. A lot of them do this. Okay, y'all. For Jamie Foxx to come out now and talk about how Diddy is nasty mother effers and all of this, I don't know, y'all. I just see a hypocrite right here. I'm just saying. He also goes on to say, especially for our community. Are you serious, Jamie? You don't even like black women, but it's our community. Your community is white people. And I'm just going to put it out there, y'all. That's his community. It's okay to like other races and be around other races. But when you put them over your own, then that's when I have a problem. I'm just saying, y'all. Okay? And I understand where people come from when it comes to certain situations. Just because you support your people don't mean you want to live on the block with them. Okay, y'all? And if you do live on the block with them, you want to live on the block with them with some that got some sense. Not that still out here moving from the hood, but still acting like the hood when they move to the suburb. No, you want people to act like they got some sense that's on your block. You don't want to be, having to be worried when you leave your house and who going to try to rob it and all of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So this is why a lot of people move out of the neighborhood around people and like to go where mixes of areas are. Okay, that don't mean that other races don't steal now, okay, y'all, because they do. Steal, not steal. Y'all, somebody in my comment section was like, when I said I hate to be around people stealing, they be like, you saying steal instead of steal. Y'all, they be looking up every word that I look up. They gotta bring it up, but it's okay, y'all. It's okay. It's a correction, so it's fine. Okay, I don't have a problem with anybody correcting me in a respectful way. Do it. Okay, y'all? But this is Jamie Foxx. He says, white people, it's cool, but black people, like, that was our hero. All that got the doggone baby or a boy. I don't know what world Jamie Foxx is from. But Diddy was never black people's hero. He was never. Maybe the artists that he signed, they thought that he was going to save them. But they found that really, really quick that this was a one-hit wonder. He was going to make one hit with you, one album with you, and he was moving on. People like Diddy they got a short attention span. They can't stay stuck on one thing. They just can't. But this guy calls Diddy a hero to black people. This goes to show you just how far off Jamie is. I'm just saying, y'all. Maybe he was his hero. I don't know, y'all. Jamie Foxx recently confirmed there was no credence to the conspiracy theories that Diddy was behind his recent hospitalization. The thing of it is how would he know that? Do he know who gave him something? Because word on the street is somebody passed him some pharmacy stuff for a headache or something. And that's what took him into where he went. Sound like somebody gave him something that they shouldn't have gave him. And how do you know where it came from? If that's the case, I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. But he did say that he didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Speaking to Hollywood Reporter, the Fox opened up about the rumors that swirled around his life after suffering a stroke in 2023. The actor and singer directly addressed the wild rumor that Diddy was behind his ill health, saying, "I'm in effing perfect shape. I saw things like Puffy tried to take me out. No, Puffy didn't try to take me out. When they said I was a clone, they made me flip. I'm sitting in the hospital bed like these be a seeker mother effers are trying to clone me." See, he think everything was funny, but what happened to Jamie Foxx was not funny. And F, you sitting up here laughing about it and not taking it serious. Don't mess around and it flip back again. Okay? The way they act was Jamie was on his last leg. And how do you go from that being, transferred to another place for people that, can't move their limbs, all kind of stuff. This is where he was transferred to in Chicago. And I like I told y'all before, I thought all of that was for publicity. Not just for publicity for Jamie, but for that hospital too. That put that hospital on the map. The one that he was transferred to in Chicago. To make them look like that they, brought him back from the grave. Okay, y'all? And ain't nowhere in the world they did that in that little bit amount of time. I'm just going to say it like that. I don't think that much was wrong with Jamie in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. I don't. Now, they said Foxx previously referenced the Diddy rumors during his stand-up comedy show. What happened was the internet, this is what he was saying, the internet saying that he tried to take him out. He said, "I know what you thinking, Diddy. No, I left them parties early." So he's saying he left early. Diddy, through his representatives, also denied having involvement with Foxx medical crisis. So I guess they got back to Diddy too, and they put out a statement saying that he didn't have anything to do with it. But how could they? How could they, y'all? He could say the same thing about Kim Porter. Was he in the house when Kim Porter went limp? Huh, y'all? But word on the street is she had stuff in her system that made no sense. She was just fine a few days ago, and then she got sick. Did y'all not hear in the courthouse that when stuff happens to people, Diddy is like a black widow? He goes out of town, and it happens when he's out of town. That was brought up in the courtroom. So for him to say he had nothing to do with it, if something was really wrong with Jamie, I don't see how he would know that. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Because Diddy have a knack for putting people in the right places at the right time to do things he wants them to do when he's in a particular place. So it makes it look like he didn't have anything to do with it. And I'm glad they brought that up in court so that when more stuff comes out that allegedly Diddy did, they're going to go back to that reference of him being out of town during the time certain things was taking place. He said they call the rumors outlandish, ridiculous, and baseless. Despite Foxx shutting down these conspiracy theories, Al B. Sure, who was previously in a relationship with Kim Porter, has alleged that Diddy was responsible for him getting put into a coma in 2022. And I believe it. The 55-year-old, who is the biological father of Quincy Brown, who was raised by Diddy. I don't know who will let anybody raise their baby like Diddy. I don't know, but this is what went on. He said last year, finally, we're going to produce the Al B. Sure life story, so hold on to your old britches. And you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security. This is what Al B. Sure is saying. Now, I just want to go to the comment section and see if anybody feels the same way that I feel. Now, somebody says, Jamie Foxx, huh? Well, I don't know if he was involved in Diddy's, parties. But I would not be surprised if we found out he's hidden in the closet sweating Skittler, y'all. This is what they're saying. That they think that Jamie Foxx is a sweating Skittler too. It doesn't make sense that he's straight. He gotta be both ways. How's you hanging out with Diddy and taping parties with all men, taking their stuff off, and you are straight? Ain't no way a straight man gonna do that. He had to be curious, or he had to been mingling and tingling with Diddy and them people too. I'm just gonna put it out there, y'all. I wouldn't be surprised if we heard something about it. Somebody also goes on to say, plus this mother effer only married and had babies with white women. Thank you. I'm tired of Jamie Foxx. I'm just going to be completely honest. I was the biggest Jamie Foxx fan, but when he went into that little coma thing and all this stuff happened and he came out the way he did and jumping out the car, getting somebody's purse, and you just left the facility and acting like everybody was lying on you and this and that, and they were throwing out all these lies, and people were really concerned about him. His fans was really concerned about him, and they were letting all of these lies just, spread out around. They knew it. And it was a plot for the allegedly pump up the movies that he had coming out. He had about 3-4 movies coming out at the same time. And word on the street, it was for to pump those movies up. Now, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm just saying, this is what they're saying. Now, this person also goes on to say, for him to talk about the black community like he's always been supportive and loyal to the cause sounds phony, bogus, and fictitious to me. Thank you. Thank you. That's the same thing I just said. Now somebody else says, maybe you seen Jamie being interviewed by Brie Larson. There's no way he is, sweating Skittles. Laugh out loud. If you hanging out with Diddy, something got to be going on with you. And I said the same thing about Jay-Z. A lot of people keep on saying, oh, Jay-Z. I'm hearing rumors to Jay-Z. Now, these are rumors because I'm going to say allegedly. But I'm hearing that Jay-Z go over that route too. And I said, if you think about it, and his mother goes that route, and she is sweating Skittles, she probably had, him around other sweating Skittlers, men and women. So that's why Jay-Z was so comfortable being around Diddy, because he was already being, around that type of situation. Jay-Z's mother is married to a woman. You think they don't have men friends that come over to the house and they all smooched up and Jay-Z was sitting around looking at this, thinking that this normal? Is this why him and P Diddy became friends? He thought this was a normal thing for P Diddy to keep hitting him on his back door. Do y'all remember when he was on the stage and P Diddy kept slapping Jay-Z on the back door? Like that was his guy? Like, come on now. Somebody says lies. Diddy definitely poked his back door and tried to silence him like Kim Porter and tried to take out Albie Shore. There's a lot of people feel the same way I feel. That's just a couple of comments, y'all. Y'all, do y'all think Jamie Foxx is being phony? I'm just asking y'all. Do you think he being phony right now? The only reason why he's saying something because Diddy's in jail. Now that Diddy's in jail, everybody not petrified no more of him taking him out and all of that stuff. They figure his goons ain't gonna go after nobody because they don't want to go to jail. So maybe this is why Jamie is talking. But do y'all feel that Jamie have a right to say something? Especially after y'all. I'm just saying, y'all. Especially after recording those parties. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.